All right, thanks again for the fill, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you. We are doing 3 boxes of 2018 Donruss Soccer Break 202. Those are your teams. I am Soccer Breakers FC. If you're interested in joining my breaks, join our Facebook group, Soccer Breakers FC. All breaks are live on YouTube. Check us out on our website, guys, www.soccerbreakersfc.com. Follow us on Instagram, Soccer Breakers. Links to the website and Instagram are down there. If you're watching on YouTube, guys, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done so yet. We are on 5 nights a week, typically. And thank you guys for the likes. Helps us out. Thank you, thank you. Well, a lot of them are coming back saying that they are miscut. At least the good news is, God forbid, if that's what happens, they won't charge you. But, you know, that's tough because if it's a 10, it's worth like $10,000. But if it's a 9, it goes for what? Like 1,000? 1,500? I don't know. How much are the 9s going for? So basically, if you get a 10, you're going to obviously be way ahead. If you get a 9, you'll probably be, you know, a little bit ahead over what you could, you know, if you sold it raw versus raw plus 300, you probably still get more for a 9. But if it comes back an 8, you're probably going to lose money. Yeah, that is heartbreaking too, because that would have been so huge if like 1 or 2 of them came back as a 10. $1,200. That sounds about right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So you sell the CR7 9 for 1,200. Wow, Messi 8. So basically, if you no, that can't be Messi 8 for 300. So a Messi 8 sells for less than a Messi ungraded. Because doesn't the Messi ungraded go for like 400? Or is that now? Because I know before it wasn't as much, but yeah, I know, but I'm wondering what's worth more, at ungraded or an 8. You know, that's what I'm saying. If you spend $300 to grade your card, and it comes back an 8, basically you're going to be losing $300 because you could have sold it for $300 anyway. A lot of the 2010s, what happens is apparently during the cutting process, some of them have a little rounded cut, and for whatever reason, PSA is labeling those as miscut. And it's like a good percentage. It's like almost half the cards going in are coming back as miscut. Honestly, it's really hard to see. I don't really notice it with the naked eye. And a lot of the cards that came back as miscut didn't really look any different than other cards that were graded. So I think a lot of it just has to do with the grader that day and how they're in a good mood or not, basically. Yeah, exactly. I guess, yeah. A lot of people do that. A lot of people will take it out if it comes back at a grade. All right, here we go. Oh, this is who has the base lot? Base lot. Zach. Zach, you got the base lot. Batista Lee. Bruno Fernandes. Silver Christian Eriksen. Boom shakalaka. I think that's the second time in a row we've hit that card. Kylian Mbappe, purple velocity. That's going to be to 125. That's a biggie. Boom, Diddy, Shaka. Lar. Congrats, Lar. That's a monster. N'Golo Kante. Mbappe, France. Messi. Wasn't planning on doing a filler tonight, Bernardo. I'm not going to do two Donrusses and tonight probably. It depends. It depends on unless it just sells out. But probably we're going to do the pie. We're going to do more EPL after this. Maybe an Immaculate. But yeah, two Donruss night is probably a little out of our reach for tonight. Ronaldo, but the other one I can do tomorrow. There's an Mbappe. Handanovic to 200. Yeah, the schedule tentatively is after this, I'm going to do a few EPLs if they are full. If they're not full, then we'll move on to other stuff that is full. Weston McKennie. A little later tonight, we might do some fillers. The filler I wanted to do was for Immaculate. I need to start moving some Immaculate again because I still have a decent amount of that. Also NT, we'll do maybe a filler for NT if needed. Immaculate NT, the higher end stuff that are all serial numbered generally are a little more easier to do fillers for. Yeah, like the problem with those is if you do a filler, it's really kind of, you got to do like a 10 spot one winner or something like that. There's really very little numbered cards in that product. So relatively. Vlasic. I saw your thing. I don't know what is Serial Prism. I never even heard of Serial Prism. I heard of the other one. What's it called? Let me tell you right now. Tell you the one I. Where is it? Wow, they sold out already. Huh, I could swear it had a different name. Serial? That's what it's called? $49? Jeez, I would have bought them all myself. $49. Yeah, oh no, that's not the one I was talking about. There's one that has an auto. It's like, not Chronic. What's the name of it? There's another version that has like what's the name of the other version, guys? It's not Breakaway. It's not Serial. There's another one. It was just on, David Adams had it up at like 800 and they sold out. Foden, you're guaranteed an auto and like 3 other prisms and Choice. That's the one. Choice. Yes, Choice is the name I was thinking of. Right there. That's how they're getting around it, because one way to keep the, hobby people out is to just make non-hobby products, because they're just basically cutting out a lot of the stores, and so we get product, but I'm basically the only products that I can get as a hobby breaker is the regular hobby and the breakaway. Last time I couldn't even get the breakaway, so I should be happy that at least we got breakaway this time. Mbappe, ooh, and Bruno back to back. Optic, that's sick. Okay, where is mine? Yeah, but just give it a couple months, Tinky. You'll see. It'll be crazy. It won't be expensive. It'll be like $200. Even the cereal boxes. Once people get a hold of them. I don't know. It might be a non-US thing too, because I haven't seen those cereal boxes anywhere in the US. But when you think about it, and that's where they got to be careful, because if it's not, and that's the mistake they made in the 90s, which could eventually cause this all to crash a little bit, is that they just started printing cards, and they just started printing more and more and more because it was doing well. And if they just start making, like, instead of EPL Prism, now they're going to have like 10 different variations of EPL Prism. Caleta Car. So then there'll be a lot more cards out. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, with at least with the autos, they have to spend. With the other ones, it's just printing money. It doesn't cost them anything. I mean, it just costs them the printing press, because they already have the rights to it. So they already have the rights to it. They could, make 3,000 cases. They could make 30,000 cases if they wanted to. But the problem is that's what they did in the 90s, and the cards became. You can get cases of cards from the 90s now for like $100, literally a case. The boxes were selling for like $5 and you still couldn't sell them. Phil Foden. They're doing 10 versions, they're doing 13. That's what I'm saying. At that point, you know, and all of them pretty much have silvers, and silvers are kind of like crazy. So are silvers going to be that expensive if there's like a gajillion of them going around? I don't know. At some point it's going to catch up, but who knows? Yeah, I hope not too, but that's the part that worries me is that because they're saying, no, we're not increasing production. Well, sure, they're not increasing production a lot of the hobby boxes, but what they're doing is you know, they're increasing production on all these, there's 10, like you said, 10, 13 different variations of the same product. Ronaldo, there's Foden, which is basically increasing production. I mean, you can call it what you want, but it's, at the end of the day, there's a boatload of Prism out there. No, I don't get, I mean, the only way I can get choice is to buy it from, you know, um, like retailers basically that want to sell in bulk. And right now everything's so hot, they don't even sell to me anymore because the public will buy it. They used to sell to me because they had a hard time moving stuff, but now, why would they sell to me when they can just sell it at full price to the general public? Yeah, I don't know much about Choice, but I guess Choice must be pretty good because it was selling for more than Hobby, and it sold out. Yes, Breakaway I will be getting. I hope that, Breakaway last year was very good. It was really good last year. I don't know if this year it's going to be the same. Acuna. But last year I actually liked Breakaway better than Hobby. Remember it had like those funky autographs, like the autographs were nicer and they were all numbered, whereas the regular one, a lot of them weren't numbered. And also it was a lot easier to hit low numbered cards. Like you'd hit pretty much one or two one of ones in almost every case. But again, last year they didn't make a lot of Breakaway because it was only like a China exclusive. I think it was a Tmall release, Lewandowski. But this year, from what I gather, they're making a lot more of it. In fact, at least because usually given my allocations, I would say they made the same number of boxes of Hobby as they made of Breakaway. Maybe a little bit less Breakaway, but by boxes. There's going to be less cases of Breakaway because it's a 20-box case. But let's say they made, 100,000 boxes of, I don't know, 100,000 seems like a lot. No, it wouldn't be 100. But let's say they made like 30, 40,000 boxes of Hobby. They also made 30, 40,000 boxes of Breakaway, or pretty close to that. 2,500? Okay, well, if they made 2,500 cases of Hobby, they probably made about close to 2,500 cases. No, not 2,500. Here, I'll tell you right now. If they made 2,500 Hobby, so that would be 30,000 boxes. So if they made 30,000 boxes of Breakaway, so they made about 1,500 cases of Breakaway, probably. About the same number of boxes, but with Breakaway, there's only 20 boxes per case. So yeah, I think 2,500 seems low, Red Dragon. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe around over 3,000, but I mean, in years past, that actually was high. Like last year's EPL, I don't think they made 2,500, but Pulisic. But this year, who knows? I hope you're right. If they made 2,500, I'd feel a little better about myself. Jason Donald. Did I miss you? Do you have time to do my Euro personal? Yes, Jason, I'll do your Euro today. Ospina. De Bruyne. I gotta come up with a better method, I think, for personals. I think what I'm gonna start doing is maybe having like one night a week where I kind of just do personals, like get on and for hours do personals. I may even get Alex involved with that. Get Alex to come on, at a certain time and just do, personals for a few hours. But yeah, I'll do, if anybody has bought personals that have been there for, from earlier, not just right now, but from like earlier today and yesterday and the days before, let me know. I will try to get those going for you tonight. Boom Diddy Shaka. Nice. Cristiano Ronaldo getting some nice velocity cards. To 200, Cristiano Ronaldo. Kai Havertz. There's Leo Messi. Red. Press proof. Wow, really? Holland has really picked up, huh? I was pulling a boatload of Hollands too for a while. We hit a lot of Hollands. Yeah, Holland is like head and shoulders better than Fati at this point. And I think the fact that Fati was on Barcelona added a little bit to his hype, but yeah, I mean, I don't think they're even close. At least according to performance-wise. Messi, I mean, what has Fati really done? Holland has destroyed it everywhere he's played. Messi. There you go. Yeah, base slot gets all the base cards. All these base cards go to the base slot. All these cards that I'm top loading, these are all for the base slot. These cards all go to the, oh, these don't go to the base slot. Those shouldn't be in there. These all go to the base slot. I will make sure I look through them. That's also going to the base slot. How is this guy back? Alfonso Davies, is he back playing? And is he let's delete. I know, PS. I got my first batch of 2014 came back. 90 of them came back out of like 360 of just the 2014. And out of 90, it had 10 PSA 10s. I was kind of a little bit disappointed, but I guess that's not horrible. So 1/3 came back PSA 10. I think like more than half were PSA 9s. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's still pretty good. So this is, and mostly the Neymar is actually harder to get PSA 10s. So most of the PSA 10s are Messi and Ronaldo. And they are, yeah, I think Messi's about 1,100, 1,200 right now, around 1,000, a little bit over 1,000. Chiesa, this is their 2014 World Cup card. Pulisic. Suarez. Yeah, because I was getting, a lot better grades before. Like on my Mbappe's, like I submitted, at one point I submitted like 25 and 20 of them came back PSA 10s. I mean, I only submitted the ones that I looked and they looked really good, so I didn't just like submit everything. So I picked like 25 that looked, really good to me, to my eye at least. And out of those 25, like 20 of them came back 10s. 4 of them came back 9s, and I think one came back an 8. I think I missed something. I don't know. It must have been some centering issue or something, I guess. Yeah, I think still I'd say that's about right. 95% 9 or 10. But the problem is now, out of that 95%, it used to be like I would get more 10s than 9s. Now I get a lot more. Now I get a lot more 9s than 10s. They're definitely grading harder. I mean, it's so up to the, whoever's grading. I mean, some guys, yeah, it's not very uniform, that's for sure. And you can turn the same card in 5, 6 times, and 3 times you'll get a 9, and 3 times you'll get a 10. Same exact card. I wish I did, JP. I wish I did. I don't want to announce it because I am, yeah, not right now, but hopefully soon, especially now that this graded stuff is back. Really what I need to do is take like a week off and just concentrate on that. Personally, no, Bernardo, but I know many others that have. Because I know, like, buddies that would be like, there's no way that should have got a 9, and they resubmit it, and they do get a better grade. But I don't know enough to be able to do that, because honestly, But when you think about it, I mean, when someone's looking at a card, it's so close. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of cards that are really like, okay, is it a 9 or a 10? It's a matter of like a opinion of one person. And you have 10 different people, they're going to have, half of them might say, okay, well, this is a 10. Half of them might say this is a 9, looking at the same exact card. So, I don't know how many graders they have, but I assume, your odds. Hey, even the same grader might grade them differently on one day to another, depending on if you had a good night the night before. Yeah, I've never cracked them open because I'm always worried if I crack it open, I'll damage the card. I've seen like how people do it, but It just seems like those things are like so tough to, I don't know, do you guys know how to pop it out easily? Yeah, exactly. It's totally a matter of opinion. It's definitely not an exact science. I mean, sure, certain things are obvious. If there's an obvious defect or something, yes. But most of these cards, they look perfect to the naked eye. So they're basically looking for excuses not to give it a 10, usually. Yeah, Austin will pop them out and refill it. If he feels that he got gypped, you know. Yeah, like, it's a shame that BGS, I mean, to me, it's almost harder to get a BGS 9.5 than to get a PSA 10. At least it used to be. I don't know if that's going to change now, but at least with my experience from years past, it was always a lot more difficult. I mean, BGS 10s, forget it. Those are impossible. If you get a BGS 10, that is like, you know, ultra better than PSA 10 in my opinion. Then if you get a BGS Black Label 10, forget it. That's really insane. Aaron, yes, I will post more Donruss. I gotta figure out how much of it I have here before I do that. On to 75 Rakitic. I have a lot of breaks I need to post. I'm really gonna concentrate though on getting Jersey Palooza. That's what I meant to say. I'm really gonna concentrate on getting Jersey Palooza going within the next 2-3 days. At least get them posted. I've got to just work on picking the jerseys and the products and the prices and all that. And I'm bringing back, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Aficionado, but we're going to have Aficionado back for a short stint. I got 5 cases of it. We're probably going to do 6 box breaks, I'm guessing, maybe. So 6 box breaks, Jersey Palooza. So that'll be like 10 breaks because I only got 5 cases. I think 5 or 6, I'll have to check. And then I do have a bunch of black gold, so we'll do that too. And I have some 16 selects still. Where? Which one? I think they're gonna suffer. I think they're thinking they're gonna make more money. I honestly think they're gonna make less money. Because I can just tell you from my own perspective, I was about to send them maybe another 500-600 cards to get graded. I'm not going to even grade them anymore. I mean, they just kind of like, I'm like, screw it. At that price, I'm not going to even bother. So that was just 400 or 500 cards grading that they lost my business. I'm sure they're going to lose other people's business too. Sure, if I have one card that, you know, is a great card and it needs to be, sure, I'll grade it. But I'm not just going to send them tons of cards anymore. And I think they're probably shying away from that. You know, I think maybe they don't want the business. I don't know. I mean, that's the feeling I get. At least I think, I don't know if Austin told you, someone was saying they're basically trying to shy away from grading base cards anymore. They really don't want to be in the business of grading base cards. Which I'm like, why the hell not? I mean, if you're making money and you're killing it, you know, so they'd rather make less money and grade less cards. Doesn't seem like a very good business model, but because, you know, they could have got away with like a 20-30% price increase, 40%, but yeah, their hike was just kind of crazy. You know, I think they're thinking because prices of cards went up so high, like card prices doubled, tripled, quadrupled, they can just double, triple, quadruple their, you know, price of grading. But I mean, I don't think it's the same. I don't think people. Jimenez to 75. Yeah, no, some people grade everything. Some people grade everything. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's going to make a lot of people that grade everything think twice. Because, you know, like for example, I've got about, I don't know, I've got about 100 of these cards right here, like 100 of those, and maybe 100 of that guy. I'm lucky. I had like 100 and something of that guy. I just sold them all as a lot. But you know, if I could get them graded for like 15 bucks a piece, I'll send in all 100 and wait, you know, 5 months, 6 months, and get them graded. But if it's going to cost me like $50 to grade them, it just doesn't make sense. You got to send in decoys. Yeah, there's Foden. There's Ronaldo. But imagine how much money they're making off of base, because people are grading like, you know, thousands and thousands of base cards. Uh, I mean, I'm almost guessing that's like their primary business almost you know, the last year or two with the basketball and the soccer boom. Yeah, is that what it is now? It's 20 because it used to be like 10 if you submitted bulk, but they don't do bulk anymore. Milik. Oops. Let's see. At some point, guys, I'm gonna need to take a 10-minute break or so. I gotta take care of something, but I don't know if it's time yet. You know, let's see. Casper, we'll see. We did one last night. We'll see if we can get one in today too. I'm gonna hopefully stay on more hours tonight a little bit. I'll try. If we fill an obsidian, I should be able to do one. Raul Jimenez. There's Mbappe. Bruno again. So yeah, I definitely want to do one Immaculate tonight. Before I logged on, I saw there was 10 teams left in that one Immaculate, and that one I will definitely do if we can get it filled up. I can even, if needed, do like a little filler for that one because I do need to get those Immaculates moving. We're down to 8 left. There we go. 8 left in that one. So let's get that one down. Alex, I didn't notice it. I saw they had posted it without a price. I didn't notice they did it at 500. That sounds about what I would have thought. Bayern, Benfica, Brighton, Crystal Palace, Germany, Real Madrid, Tottenham, USA. So the most expensive team left is Real Madrid. So we could probably get that one done. Or if we had to do a filler, it would be a pretty reasonable filler. Donnarumma to 149. Messi. Pjanic. Oh, we also have a 2018 sold out. I forgot about that. I gotta get some of that done too. So I'll try to sneak in one of those. Luis Suarez. There's Alfonso Davies. That's Silver Hollow. Let's see. So Blowout's got Obsidian out. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. Yep, 500 Buckaroos. 6,000 a case. Yeah, I get the feeling I'm not going to get a lot of Obsidian. I'm bummed about that. They definitely made more EPL Prism than Immaculate because I got more EPL Prism than I did Immaculate. So yeah, but considering they're selling EPL Prism at 800, 500 for Obsidian, yeah, you're right. It doesn't seem so bad. I really, would you rather have a box of EPL Prism or a box of Obsidian? I don't know. It's close. Havertz. Ronaldo. Foden. Yeah, 7 cards. Yeah. But it's a high, it's a higher end product, so that's the difference. Is I mean, before, like, nobody cared about base cards. Base cards didn't really add value to products, but now base cards add a lot of value. Because you're almost like, you buy a box of EPL Prism, you're almost guaranteed $200 worth of $300 worth of base cards at current prices. Because on average, you're going to pull out like either a Greenwood or a Saka, like one of those two guys, maybe a Fernandes or the other guy, Fabio Silva. So you're going to get about $300 worth of base cards, and over $200 on average, when you include all the other players. So if you look at it that way, that kind of knocks a few $100 off the price of the box if you're guaranteed $200 to start almost. Whereas with Obsidian, you don't have that guarantee. you only get 7 cards, so you could end up, you know. Yeah, Immaculate too. The only difference with Immaculate, you only get like 1 or 2 per box. So again, you could get really lucky and hit a monster or get nothing. But with Prism, there's like you're getting 120 base cards a box. Yeah, you need to hit one nice, I mean, $700, you're gonna have to hit like a numbered Saka or a numbered Greenwood or a sick auto in order to get your money's value. Otherwise, it's tough, you know, but pretty much, you know, at $700, you're almost guaranteed at kind of like worst box will be like $200, I think. 200-300 is like the worst. Whereas it used to be you'd pay, you know, you get a box with $20 worth of cards in it because really the base had 0 value. Yes, Euro 2020, the one that has one team, I am going to break it tonight. I think there was one that only had England left. That one will break tonight. Euro 2020, that one I definitely have on the agenda for tonight. Oh, Matt, I was going to also ask you, can I just ship your cards or do you want me to hold your cards with you? Because people who ask for UPS, I've been holding their cards. You only have like 2 little, I think you have 1 little break and Greg has 1 little break. I didn't know if you guys wanted me to just ship them the regular free cheap shipping, or do you want me to hold them and accumulate them and then you're going to do UPS again? Or can I just ship the free shipping? Oh, thank you, Mike. We will do, yeah, in fact, we'll do 15, we'll do 15 after this, I think, right? Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Messi. I think I have to do a personal, but other than that, we'll do 15 after this. That's, I know I have to do something. I have to do 1 personal. Also, whenever Stephen Bromhar shows up, I got to do his personals too. Acosta to 50. Skriniar. Anyway, Stefan, if you're here, let me know. Mbappe. All right, that's fine, Matt. So let me tell you this. I will hold your cards until you tell me to ship them, because if you're gonna do UPS, that makes sense. 149. I hope you got the last one okay. Yeah. Man, Leicester came back and grabbed all 3 points. I was like, yeah, Brighton's beating Leicester 1-0. And then I was like, all right, they're going to lose points. And then they snagged it at the end. Ticked me off. I root against everyone in the top 4 except Chelsea. Rodrigo. The EPL Prism, yeah, Tinky, I like it a lot too. I definitely, it's they did a good job with it. The only thing that worries me is the number of. They did an outstanding job. I'm just a little worried about the number of different variations that they're putting out. But yeah, the hobby looks great. Breakaway, I don't know. Obviously, we're gonna have to wait and see, but they did a really good job with the hobby. Man United will, oh, against Manchester City, yeah. That if they beat Man City, that would be impressive. Sorry, Bernardo. I have no idea on singles prices. Maybe some of the other guys might know. Yeah, people are always asking me about singles, but unfortunately, I know like very, very little. If you ask me how much a box of something is going for, I have a pretty good idea of pretty much all soccer boxes, what they're selling for, but individual cards, not so much. Unless it's something I personally have, like a Ronaldo, Messi, like certain years, I follow them, like 2014, 2018, the ones that are hot. Hey Mike, what's up, buddy? How are you? Doing better, but doing better. Definitely feeling better today than I have in the last 4 or 5 days. I don't have a fever for the first time in about 4 or 5 days, so that's good. Yeah, every night I've been breaking, like last night I was breaking anywhere from 100 to 101, but today no fever, so that's good. Nice. How about a silver hollow? KDB, 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 oh KDB. Speaking words of wisdom, KDB. I've been hooked on this new show on Netflix. Well, it's not new, but Sex Education. It's pretty It's pretty cool. I heard about it, and then I watched it, and almost like the first few minutes, I'm like, damn, this is like pornography, but it's not. It's actually pretty, pretty good show. Kelly O'Hara. Ladies, who's got the ladies? Viet jumped in. That's Nick's country usually. Yeah, it's a good show. I like it. I said because at the new house we don't have TV yet. We only have. I signed up for Fubo TV, but I don't know. I don't like Fubo because I can't get it like on my TV where you can just scroll and do it on your own TV as opposed I can do it on my phone and then I gotta bump it to the TV, which really annoys me. So I may get rid of it. I got Fubo because I thought it would have better sports. But I'm trying to get away from doing DirecTV again because at my old house I had DirecTV. Yeah, they are. The side characters are very good. All right, Patrick, welcome. Welcome to the breaks. Yeah, they do. They do. Otis and Maeve. Oh, and the other guy too, his buddy. Otis and what's the name of his best friend there? Maybe a little later, Nabil. If I'm trying to catch up on those when did you buy it already, or you're thinking of buying it? Because I need to catch up on a few. But yes. Yeah, that's what I did. I signed up for Fubo. It's like almost $100. It's $100 a month with the sports and the other and the other and the other. And I was like, it seemed like a lot for but in the other hand, but the reason why I wanted it was because it has like 500 hours of, I wanted like DVR so I could record the stuff that I like and I don't have to watch it like live. I can just go back and watch it whenever. Yeah, Odison Eric. Yep, that's what it is. Eric is the guy. Is there a way like some like my brother-in-law came over and he signed up? There's a free one called Pluto TV, which I was amazed. Like it actually had a TV guide and it's free, and it has like 500-600 channels, totally free. The only thing is it forces you to watch commercials. I guess that's why it's free. But I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, damn, I like this better than the Fubo that I'm paying $100 a month for. It's just that I can't get it to do that on the TV, like where you have the guide and you click on, the channels and see. You can do it on your phone, but I guess you got to broadcast to the TV from your phone. Because I guess you can't I don't know. Can you download the Fubo app on smart TVs? Because they were saying something about they had an issue with that. Yeah, yeah, no, that's why I got Fubo was because it had BN Sports. That's the one channel that I missed. DirecTV used to have BN Sports years ago, and I guess they got rid of it for whatever reason. And because I mean, I'm mostly watch EPL, so English Premier League, I get all the games, but all the La Liga and Serie A and everything, I think BN Sports shows all those. They also show a lot of the international, matchups and stuff like that. So, oh, I need to buy a box for Fubo TV, Thomas, or what? Use Fubo app? Okay, I'll try to see if I can do it. Yes, Chowder. I'm gonna do Immaculate one, whichever the next one is. 168. Immaculate 168. It had 8 teams left last I checked. I don't know if any have sold since then. Yeah, still 8 available. So grab your teams. Here it is, Immaculate 168. Grab your teams in this one. This one will go tonight. Junior. Okay, that's in the wrong pile. Oh, actually, let's do the base lot first. Okay, this is the base lot. Let me just make sure these are all base. All right, what's a base? It's also base. Oh, that's optic. That's optic. Those are not base. Mix those up. He's mixing up. Let's put that there. I think it's $3.89. It's actually one of the best deals on my website, I think. You're almost guaranteed to come out okay. I mean, it's a lot of cards, so you gotta. A lot of people used to buy the base lots and grade them and do quite well, but now with the new grading prices, it's a little more difficult. Yeah, now with the new pricing, it might be a little challenging. All right, so this is who had the base slot? Zach Gilula. Zach, those are yours. Zach, you also had 201. I'll get those out together for you. All right, now we can do this. Junior, Pulisic, Acuna, Suarez, Messi, Werner, Neymar, Neuer, Jimenez, Delete, Pulisic, Suarez, De Bruyne, Eriksson. Askakibar, Acosta, Jimenez, Rakitic, Donnarumma, Messi, Junior, Handanovic, Kaleta, Carr. Prosinecki. And we had an optic Davies. We had an optic Ronaldo for Portugal. We had a press proof Ronaldo for Juve. We had optic Barcelona Messi twice. We had Argentina Messi optic once. We had red press proof Foden, red press proof McKinney, optic Bruno Fernandes, optic Foden, Man City killed it, and silver hollow for Kevin De Bruyne, optic Mbappe. We had Kelly O'Hara autograph, optic Sancho. We had green velocity to 200, 178 of 200 Ronaldo, and sick purple velocity, a little bit off center that way, Mbappe to 125. Yeah, everybody's excited about Obsidian. All right, let me end this.